درا باز کن. بیا بیرون.
What if you woke up this morning and your entire country was in an internet blackout, where the government said you can't get any information in, and no matter what happens to you, you can't put information out? That's called an information blackout, and it's happening right now to 90 million Iranians. Now I want to talk about it.
Van Jones on Substack.
An internet blackout is a very powerful weapon. It's like a super weapon in the information war. And the reason it's so powerful is because it actually works in two directions at the same time. Take a place like Iran. When they shut off the internet and everyday people have no ability to communicate with the outside world, what happens to the people is anything the government wants. So the last time there was an internet shutdown, an internet blackout, the government murdered 30,000 human beings in just a couple of days, but no one could see it because of the blackout. That's an incredible weapon for a government to use, but that's not the only victim of a blackout. The other victim are all the people who are outside the country, people like me, people like you, who just don't know what's going on. We're walking down the street, we're looking at our phones, we think that what we're seeing is a good, complete description of what's happening in the world. We don't understand that something horrific is happening that's being deliberately hidden from us. So then, when the America's government decides to take decisive action against a country like Iran, the country is totally confused. People are, what is going on? Why are we mad at Iran, et cetera, et cetera? Why? Because you didn't see one person shot, two persons shot, 3, 10, 100, 1,000 murdered in front of your eyes. We are at the effect of what's called a gray war, where information is hidden, it's manipulated, it's weaponized to keep people who are not living inside of tyrannical countries like Iran kind of blind and happy and ignorant and uninformed without even knowing it. It's not like we aren't trying to be informed. They're making sure that we're not only misinformed, but disinformed. And don't forget, there are people who don't live in Iran, but they've got family members there.
Jaleh Parsey is trying to reach her brother in Iran.
I'm trying to phone on his number, mobile. That's a very, very difficult time for all Iranian abroad.
Parsey's parents, 2 brothers, and countless cousins are living in Iran, but she's barely been able to reach them.
Imagine, you don't know if your family member is alive or dead. You don't know if they're in prison or not. You don't know if they need help or not. You don't know anything at all because the government decided that you can't know and you shouldn't know. And so this is not just happening, though, from the Islamic Republic of Iran. Other totalitarian countries are doing the same thing. China has had what they call the Great Firewall, the Great Information Firewall of China for decades, where their citizens also are kept in the dark about what's happening outside the country, and we are kept in the dark about what's happening inside the country. North Korea, their entire internet is basically just one government website that controls everything those people see and everything that we can learn about them. And Russia has its own version of this. So we have to be very, very careful as we move forward now, because there is another internet blackout in Iran. So if there are people in Iran who are begging for the United States to continue these strikes, for instance, you would never know. Don't trust anything that you hear coming from a government that will not let these people speak. United States, say what you want to about us. People talk a lot. The next person that you scroll to is going to be saying something totally different than what I'm saying. And neither one of us, me or that person, had to get the government's permission. We have freedom of speech here, but they don't have freedom of speech in the Islamic Republic of Iran. So when one of the United States opponents puts the entire country in darkness, pay attention. Darkness is a weapon, and right now it's being used against all of us.
Van Jones on Substack.